Yeah, I'll tell you what though, I'm glad he locked up Quincy for a couple of years. You know what I mean? That was
Yeah,
a big one.
that's one of the few contracts that's worked out in our favor, signing him before like stuff actually happens. Like I feel like we got a
Yeah,
deal on him.
did you hear his comments when he said, "I'm going to shoot real straight with you guys"? When they were doing the contract talks, they had a list of linebackers. They had his floor and his ceiling, and there was a
Mhm.
list of linebackers that the Jets thought were better than him. So that
Really?
kept his price down. Yeah, that's what he said
Hmm.
in his press conference. It's really interesting, man. And he said that motivated him. He said, "You know what?" He called his brother and
Hmm.
said, "I want to get to the Pro Bowl. Help me out." He called C.J. Mosley and said, "How did you hit your stride? I want in." And he
Love
said,
it.
"This is the first." He said, "This is his words. This is the first year I mean, I'm paraphrasing, but there some of his words are in here." He said, "I know these are his words, and I'll paraphrase." But he essentially said, "This is the year that I'm 100% bought in. Like I chose to buy in 100% this year." So we're seeing him motivated, and the results speak for themselves. So that's one that worked out. So I'm glad that we were able to lock him up before this friggin' shit. But he might be a guy if he pulls, the rest of the season and he's elite and he's all pro. He might be one guy that's holding out, pulling some stuff like that because he didn't get big money. He got good money, but he didn't
It was like
get big
6 million,
money.
right? Something like
What
that.
was it?
I think like 6 million.
I was gonna say I think it was
Yeah.
3 years, 18, right? That feels like that's ringing a bell right now. I mean, I guess that's a good way to negotiate if you're the Jets. You're like, hey, this is kind of where we see you at based on your stats and based on your numbers and whatnot. This is where their money is. We think you're somewhere in here. I mean, it's definitely a slap in the face to some extent, or at least a motivating factor. Like I would hope Quincy didn't take that as a slap in the face and more of like a, hey, you get to these other guys up here, play well, you get rewarded. That's what I want to see as the Jets move on.